Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Jesse here bringing a new video on Duel, and today we are looking at Jesse and one of his brand new skills called Crystal Power. Crystal Power is a really cool skill that's in the game. This turn, the attack of all face-up monsters on the field are increased by the number of continuous spells on your side of the field times 200. This skill can be used every turn, or once per turn. And the idea that I thought with it was Crystal Beast to begin with, but everyone knows Crystal Beasts aren't like the best deck right now, so I thought I'd look through all the continuous spells and see what other decks I could build. And this is the first one that came to mind, is Fire Fist, because Fire Fist have these continuous spells which do amazing things and it'll power up the monsters. Because this one locks down back row and it's counted as a continuous spell, and all Beast Warriors gain 100 attack. And we're running this one as well. We can normal summon basically 2 Beast Warriors per turn, and Beast Warriors gain an extra 100 attack, so that's 200 attack on top of Crystal Power. We're also running this continuous trap, but I don't think it works for continuous trap, so it's just going to be relying on them mostly. We're running 2 enemy controllers in here as well, and it's just 2 Swallows, 2 Coyotes, 3 Buffalo, and 3 Raven. I haven't tested the deck out yet, and I think it would have been best if I did test the deck out first. I just thought the deck up and got the skill, and I thought it'd be really cool. I'd 100% try and farm for Crystal Power because it is a really cool skill, and there's so much potential around this skill. It's like the ties that bind, but it could be better because you can run it with Wonder Balloons, and Wonder Balloons will power you up. There's an alien build you can build with it, but I don't think I'm going to actually use the alien build because it seems really dirty. It's that continuous alien card where every turn you can place an alien counter on one of your opponent's cards, and it's a continuous spell. So you're going to be powering the attack up of your aliens and dropping counters every turn. The one downside to this skill, I guess, is if they have storms or something to remove your continuous spells. But the reason why I thought this deck might be so good is because Fire Fists get out the continuous spells so easily. And he has Field of the Warriors as well. Well, not Field of the Warriors, but his skill is. So that's going to increase the attack of our monsters even more by 200 points. And if any of you are wondering how I managed to get all the skills for Jesse already, is I jumped into casual with some like funny, just random decks, and I just did loads of random duels in casual, and skills dropped for me. Like I did a 38 card Crystal Beast deck. That's pretty cool. So I'm just going to throw down a Raven in my turn. It's going to be 2000 defense, so it's all good. And when it gets destroyed, I can search out a continuous spell and place it in my back row. And then from that continuous spell, we shall be able to special summon Coyotes from our hand and go off. I think facing 6 Samurais. Yeah, we are facing 6 Samurais. He is going to go in for battle, but it's not going to go through. He must have like a mirror wall or something on the back. So that's pretty good for us. What I'm going to do right now is tribute summon this off. Activate this. Is he going to floodgate? I know 6 Sams run heavy back row. There's the floodgate. And we know one of his back row are going to be probably a powerful rebirth and a wall of some sort. So what I'm going to do is set this and try and lock one of them down. I'm going to lock the furthest away down. The one on the right. Then I shall play another continuous spell. I could tribute that off, but I'm going to just leave it in defense position for now, because it gives us an extra monster to protect us. Our monster's already... Wait, he's got something activatable right now. Don't be another floodgate. Look, it's 2100 already. Now we can activate our Crystal Power, and because we have 2 continuous spells, it goes up to 2500, which is really good for a 4-star monster. We will go in for the attack. We might see a enemy controller. There's the enemy controller. So he's going to throw our monster into defense. We're still in a pretty good situation right now. He has 1 card in hand, and we've locked down his other back row. And we have more cards on the field. We're in a lot. Yeah, we're in a better situation. He can destroy both our monsters, but we can special summon a Coyote again. So there goes our 2 monsters. We're okay with that though. If he sets that back row, actually no, what I can do if I really wanted to. It doesn't matter because I got that to the hand. I could have normal summoned Raven and then tribute summoned it, but there's no point right now. Might as well just go in. So that's 2400. I could activate Coyote from the graveyard to clear him out right now. I think I'm just going to set this. It's the safer play. I don't think playing that was a good idea, but it's all good. Three continuous spells, 3100 attack. That's really good. So we're going for the attack, kill one of his hands, and end our turn. We have got a face down protecting us, and we have got our Coyote on the field. With 3 continuous spells, it goes to 3100. That's really cool. So right now, he's probably going to tribute. What's he going to? I thought that targets. Oops. Oh, he's going to destroy his own back row, I guess. It was a Copy Knight. And he's going to destroy his field spell. Okay. So probably, what's he going to destroy? We're still in a good situation. He can't even get over our monster right now. So this is just an easy win. Even though 6 Samurais are classed as a professional deck, they can get King of Games. So we have plays, but I think I'll just summon the Buffalo from my hand. Safest play, 2000 attack right now. Activate Crystal Power, 2600 attack. Straight to this guy, I guess. But he can swap the attack or destroy his hand if he wanted to. If we went to destroy his hand, he probably would have just destroyed that anyway, so we might as well get the extra damage. We're probably going to see the surrender right now. And remember, when Buffalo's in the graveyard, we can sack 2 of our Fire Formation or Brotherhood Fire Fist monsters to special summon it from the graveyard. So we can open up our back row if we need to. Yeah, because you can send a total of 2 Fire Fist or Fire Formation cards from your hand or face up on your side of the field to the graveyard, special summon it. You can only use this effect once per turn. So our back row was clogged and like basically locked down, but we could have used Buffalo's effect to open it up. So that was a pretty cool duel. The thing I like about Fire Fist the most is the potential for board control, because they can lock down your back row and get quite a lot of monsters on the field really quickly. I'm still not sure they are like hyper competitive or even round about tier 3 or tier 4, because they are missing a few cards. They have gave them a little bit of support over the last few boxes, but Fire Fist really do need like 1 or 2 more cards. But with the addition of this spell, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to run them with this, I guess. So we're going against probably Beatdown. This could be bad for us. No, he's running Balance. We've opened up with a pretty strong hand right now. We have got our Swallow, Coyote, and Raven. There's so much different stuff that you can actually do with this skill as well. So, unfortunately, we didn't open up with a spell, or else we would have been able to go into Coyote, go into Swallow, and pop off completely, and probably OTK in that turn. Super unfortunate. But we do have a strong hand of monsters. We are facing CA. That's like, this is bad. So we're basically going to lose. How do you surrender on your turn? So the surrender button's there. If he does the Edith Ben 10 combo, we know that he can OTK us and we'll just leave. Yep, there's the Edith Ben 10 combo. Thank God they introduced that. Surrender on your turn. Or else he would have just kept on doing his not Crystal Beast. He would have just kept doing his Cyber Angel combos for like 20 minutes straight, even though it would have been game over. Let's see if we can actually open up with a balanced hand. So we're facing a Weevil. I guess this deck could do well against Weevil for the simple fact we can lock down his back row, and that could be strong. Yeah, we have opened up with a pretty strong hand right here. What we'll do is set Buffalo, end our turn. Just to show him, well, just to not give anything away of what we're running or anything. Depending on how many he sets as well, we can lock down one of his back row. For Brotherhood of the Five Fists to actually be like a competitive deck, they would have to introduce Bear into the game and Gorilla. Them two monster cards for Brotherhood of the Five Fists are like the two strongest cards for this archetype. And I think it would turn him into a competitive deck. So he just sets one card, ends his turn. We do have plays, I guess. I think what I'm going to do is activate both of my... and keep... yeah, obviously I have to keep that one in my hand. I'm not going to bring Coyote out this turn. I'm just going to go in for an attack on its face down. 2,300. So we are facing plants. From this, he can add one level 5 or higher insect monster. So he does pull the Insect Queen. I think we can attack over it. How much attack does the Insect Queen have? 2,800. We can get over that. We've already seen that we can get over 2,800. Let's see what he does. I will bring other decks to the channel as well using this skill because it is a really unique skill and quite a lot of fun. I've got some ideas for like warrior decks with, I think it's called A-Forces. It's a continuous spell where the more warriors you have in the field, the more powerful they get because of A-Forces. So what I think it's going to do, yeah, he's going to crash into me to be able to special summon his queen from his hand. It's really unfortunate that he's not summoning any back row whatsoever, so we can't activate this. But we can special summon our Coyote from our hand. I guess that's pretty strong for us. Let's see what we can draw into. Hey, that's pretty good actually. So what I'll be able to do is normal summon this. Tribute summon it. I'm not too sure if this is going to be strong enough to get over, but we'll find out. Activate Raven's Effect to set this down. Because apparently this guy doesn't like playing back row. Activate this, it'll pop up to 2,300. Activate our field spell. It gains an extra 600 attack. And we can attack over his queen. That is cool. Like I said, it doesn't matter that our back row's full because we can use our Buffalo from the graveyard to destroy 2 of our back row. Special summon a monster from it as well. So our opponent's wondering what the hell's going on because it's a brand new skill. I'm using Brotherhood of Five Fists. I'm getting up to 2,900 attack. He has no idea what's going on. But let's see what he can actually do now. Is he going to go for the OTK? Not the OTK, but is he going to banish 2 of his bug monsters to bring out that Bulldozer one, or whatever it's called? 2,800, he just needs to normal summon 1 monster and I think he has game. Does he have the other monster in his hand? He does, he has 2 Bulldozers in the hand. GG to this guy, wow. He had the Tribute to the Doomed and the 2 monsters to go in for game. Really cool. Can't even be mad at that. So GG to our opponent. He did have a very strong deck there as well. So what I might do is, because I've showcased 2 duels with this deck, well, it would have been 3, but I surrendered against the CA player. I'm going to quickly jump into the deck and create a new Crystal Power deck live for you guys, because I know I've had a couple of messages from you guys saying I'd love to see you actually create a deck, because I'm I'm not blowing my own horn, but they've said, you're pretty good at creating decks, I want to know how you do it. So what I do is, obviously, I think of the deck I want to build, which is going to be a continuous spell deck. I look into the continuous spells, I look through them all, and find something that I might see that could combo well. Obviously, there is Crystal Tree that you could actually try and make work for Crystal Beasts with the skill Crystal Power, but with 3 monster spots, it's not too great. So what I might actually do is showcase that A-team. I don't even think it's a team. A-Forces deck right now for you. All warrior monsters you control gain 200 attack for each warrior monster you control. I might actually try this out. So I'm going to throw 3 of these into the deck. Let's see if there's any other continuous spells that we can add to the deck to increase its power. Can't see any right now. We could add 2 of them, probably, I guess. We could even run Banner of Courage, take it really old school. I might actually try Banner of Courage Cherry Beans Man deck. Like, bring back an old school deck, see how that works out for us. But I'm going to add 2 of these as well, because it's a really good spell on its own in any deck. We'll go over to monsters. I got a feeling this warrior deck's actually going to work pretty well, because warriors are a strong archetype. We'll go over to warrior. Straight off the top of my mind right now, what I'm thinking about is heroes, making a hero beatdown deck. Well, control deck with Jesse, but let's see what we can actually come up with other than that, if there is anything else. Captain Gold probably won't work because we need filled spells out the wazoo. Boxer is a great warrior type monster. If you have boxers and you like running warriors, 100% run it is a really cool card. I guess that guy's cool as well. Why not? Let's run 3 Power Breakers, because Power Breakers brand new cool card, I guess. We could also run... I'm going to run 2 of these guys, because what's good about this is the effects of flip monsters destroyed by battle with this are negated, meaning it screws over the new plant monsters or anything that flips and tries to milk out the deck. You can just stop them. Really powerful card. Why not? We all love our Wild Hearts here. We'll throw in 2 Wild Hearts. I guess getting the warriors onto the field is going to be probably pretty bad. Why not? We'll throw in 2 of these guys as well. It's a really cool card. Can stall out your opponent. I guess that looks pretty good. I'm going to add 2 warriors, warrior returning alive. I think it's called that. Let's see. Yeah, the warrior return life. I guess we could run a couple of them. Actually, no, that might clog up our deck a little bit. We are running the 3 A-Forces. Is there any other continuous spell that helps out the deck? I guess we'll just go over to our favourite tabs and fill it up with staple cards to protect us. So, I guess we will run Spike Shield, because Spike Shield meta. And we'll run Power Reef. Ooh. So what I might actually have to do is ditch the Celtic Guardian, which I don't like doing, and throw in the Powerful Rebirths. I guess the Powerful Rebirths are pretty bad as well, because it's going to be clogging up our back row. I'll just run 2 Powerful Rebirths and 3 Spike Shields. No, because Spike Shield also clogs up your back row, doesn't it? So, 2 walls. And a grenade. There we go. I've got a feeling this deck's going to work a lot better because we can use Crystal Power to increase the attack once we get aces out and filled. I think in the past I did make a hero control deck with A-Forces. I guess I could copy paste that deck over here and see how it does by powering up. It could be pretty good. Right, give us 1 sec, guys. I apologise for that. Right, so let's jump into some duels and see what we can do. I have a good feeling about this. If you saw while I was creating the deck that alien card, it was like right near the top. That's the card I was thinking about running with aliens, with Jesse, and Crystal Power. So we're going against a Yugimoto. I guess people will argue that the Tide That Binds is a better skill, because you don't have to have the cost of having continuous spells in the back row. What is this hand? You saw that I just made a pretty balanced, pretty cool deck, and we open up with this. What is going on? Ulti-K me, please. Is he actually running Grandpa's cards? I don't think he is. Oh, he is. Let's get Exodia first turn. This hand is awful. But he does get his Exodia piece to his hand. We have got a pretty strong hand, I guess, but... Here we go, Kribo's gonna come out. He does get a Kribo. I'll showcase this guy's deck. Well, I'll put this guy's deck on the screen for you guys after, because I know everyone loves Kribo decks. What is going on? Half of my deck are monsters. Look at this hand. It does look pretty cool though, with the 2 powerful rebirths and 2 walls on the other side. I think Konami really wants this guy to get off Exodia right now. So he is actually going to go in for an attack. No, he isn't. He's going to go in for an attack, hit me with 600. No, he's just going to actually go for his Exodia. Magical Mallet. He's proper going in right now. I have a pretty good idea for an Exodia deck. I just thought of it. I might actually test it out after this video, see how it does. Ooh, actually it could work pretty well. We'll find out. Cards from the Sky. I made a similar deck where it was called Cards of the Sky Moki Moki Exodia, because Moki Moki's on normal fairy types that are really low level, so you can keep abusing them with White Elephant's Gift, Cards from the Sky, and stuff like that. They'll activate this, why not? Return that card to his hand. He does have a Kuribo. Actually, no, I don't know if he has Kuribos or not. We'll throw down that, why not? And this. Attack him. End our turn. He's gonna have Exodia before we can actually kill him. Yeah, he's going to draw 2 off this and get another piece of Exodia to his hand. Is that Exodia? Does he have it all? Not yet. 5 cards left, and he still doesn't have it. Magical Mallet. He does have 4 pieces in his hand. There it is. GG to him. I haven't seen this animation for a while, so it's pretty cool. Exodia! Obliterate! So we just got absolutely wrecked by an Exodia deck, and I think we'll end it on that one. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.